Spotlight on Frazee is sponsored by these community-minded businesses and organizations. Frazee Family Foods. What a hometown grocery store should be. Friendly staff, family-owned, and a wide variety of groceries to fulfill your needs. The City of Frazee and Frazee Event Center, featuring a 5,000 square foot room, a built-in stage, and a full-service bar. Perfect for a multitude of events. Call or click to book your event.
Welcome to Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Lutke, and I'm up here at the Frazee High School with Leanne Felix. Hi, Leanne.
Hi, Hank.
Well, it's a beautiful day outside, for November. Yesterday, it got up, I think, to just about 70.
It was so beautiful. I love this weather. We need this.
Yes. And so now I understand that GROW Frazee-Vergas has something exciting happening.
Yes, it's very exciting. It's been about a year in the planning, and we're bringing in a group called the Lionheart Experience from Detroit, Michigan, and they are going to be here next week, November 7th through the 9th, and working with our teachers on Monday, doing some assemblies with the students at the high school on Tuesday, Wednesday in the elementary school. And then the big event is on for the community, open to all ages, is on November 9th at 5 p.m. at the Vergas Event Center. And we're going to do free Ketter's dogs and chips and cookies, and just a great time from 5 to 6 p.m. to have a meal, and then Lionheart Experience. You won't want to miss them. They're going to be so good, and they're going to do their presentation at 6 p.m.
And so the Lionheart Experience, what actually is the Lionheart Experience?
So Joe Versalino was a teacher for many years, and he decided that he wanted to really inspire youth to have a sense of worth and to just feel valuable. And so what he has done is he has gathered a group that they go around the whole United States, and they have been doing these presentations and assemblies in communities, and just really, they want to share an inspirational message through visual arts and music, and it's all about hope and just encouraging people.
Well, that sounds very interesting, and I know Detroit over the years has had a lot of issues itself, in the city. And they've been seeming here probably the last half dozen years to kind of reinvent themselves.
That is awesome to hear. I haven't been following what's been going on there lately, but I'm so excited that this group is coming to Minnesota. They actually were just on the Iron Range, and on their website, the lionheartexperience.com, they have video footage of all their travels, some of their messages that they have been giving, and they're excited to get to this part of Minnesota, Frazee and Vergas.
Well, that's great. And so we're going to be looking for them on the 7th, 8th, and 9th. But the 9th is a big event at Vergas Community Center, 5 to 7.
Yes.
And we're cooking.
We are. I know we're going to have our grills out there, and just hopefully it'll be an awesome time to just come on out and have a great evening together.
Well, I appreciate hearing about this, and it's nice to have something like this come through, and for the kids to visual arts are very interesting, and I'm excited to see what this is going to be about too.
Yes, it's going to be phenomenal. I know I've seen some of the work that they've been doing, and I just can't wait to see it in person. So I encourage everyone to come over.
So remember, the 9th at Frazee-Vergas, or at the Vergas Community Center. Come and see us. See what the Lionheart Experience is all about. And I'm sure your kids will be telling you when they come home from school. So with that, we're going to be right back with another segment of Spotlight on Frazee. Welcome back to Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Lutke, and I'm down here at VFW Post 7702 in Frazee, Minnesota, with Commander Bob Clary. Good morning, Bob.
Morning, Hank.
It's a lovely day for November.
Yeah, we'll take it. Deer hunting's coming, temperatures dropping, we're good to go.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that tomorrow night we get a little gust or a little bit of snow.
Not till Monday, I think.
Oh, well, we'll live with it.
That's right.
And, it's that time of the year. Veterans Day is coming up. And, of course, you know, I know there's always events going on here.
Yeah, we have an event scheduled November 11th, Veterans Day at 11 o'clock in front of the VFW. And we'll have the color guard out there. We'll have the chaplain from Pastor Ryan will be saying a prayer, and then we'll have a mulligan stew feed afterwards and a free will donation. But all veterans and guests are all invited to come down for mulligan stew.
You know, it's like you say, you know, it's an annual thing, you know, and it's to remember the veterans, all of them, but also the end of World War I.
Yeah, specifically it started because of World War I, or at the end of World War I, Armistice Day, November 11th, 11th hour. And after World War II, they kind of modified it to include all veterans. And then as the years have progressed, it's a Veterans Day for all veterans, those who served and those who supported those serving.
And I know, you know, we don't have a lot of World War II vets left anymore.
No, very few. I don't think we have one left in our post. But yeah, very few and far between. Most of our guys are now Vietnam and Korean War veterans. We're getting a lot more Desert Storm, Afghanistan, Iraq coming into the ranks. It's a slow process. A lot of the younger guys have families to raise, jobs, and they don't have a whole lot of time to spend, you know, doing community projects here. Yeah.
And, you know, I see that myself, you know, from the years of doing this, you know, and being in the community here and the change, you know, like, you know, I remember Gordon Sanders, you know, very well, and Ike Fisher, and even Charlie Rue, who used to be here many years ago, and some of the World War II people that I've known most of my life.
Yeah, nationally the ranks are thinning because of the age, and you have, you know, new groups coming up, like our disabled vets. We have AM vets here. AM vets work side by side with us. Two different groups. AM vets are a separate group from the VFW, but we're all veterans, so we all help each other out. So we kind of meld together whenever events come up. I don't have the manning as far as the VFW. Most of our guys are either disabled or elderly, so we count a whole lot on the AM vets to support us in doing ceremonies, color guards, honor guards, funeral details. But yeah, it takes both of us to make this thing happen.
Well, and that's great. I'm glad that they can do it, you know, and I understand the time commitment that's involved too. And then you're talking about you have another event coming up here on the 16th also.
Yeah, that's correct. I think it's the Lions Club, but they are sponsoring a Veterans Appreciation Dinner, and what that entails is a dinner at the Frazee Event Center, and there's a sign-up sheet at the VFW here and around town. But if you know of a veteran that you think is worthy of a quilt of valor, the ladies that make the quilts, they wrap the veterans in the quilts of valor at the ceremony at the appreciation dinner. But it is, don't quote me on this, I don't know if it's the 16th or 17th of November, but the word is around town.
Well, this is going to be a good event also, you know, and it's nice to see some of the other community service organizations come together to help with a appreciation like that.
That's correct. Yep.
And so, you know, I want you to remember the veterans here on the 11th, 11 o'clock. If you have time, come down to the VFW post or VFW post in your neighborhood. You know, I know this goes out to more than just Frazee, so, but have a moment of silence and think about all the people that have gone before you. And with that, always remember, pet the dog, hug the kids, kiss the wife, and wave at the neighbor. The next person you wave at could be your next best friend. And we'll see you next week on Spotlight on Frazee.